Ladies and gentlemen, today I am honored to share with you the story of two very special traditional foods of Vietnam, Bánh Trưng and Bánh Tét. These are not simply dishes to enjoy during our Lunar New Year or Tết, but they are living symbols of Vietnamese culture, history, and identity that have been passed down for thousands of years. According to Vietnamese legend, the origin of Bánh Trưng and Bánh Tét dates back to the time of the 6th Hung King, more than 2,000 years ago. The king wanted to choose his successor among his sons. He asked them to prepare the most delicious and meaningful food to offer to the ancestors. While many princes traveled far and wide to find rare delicacies, the youngest son, Lang Liu, who was poor and lived a simple life, used the most basic ingredients from the land, rice, beans, and pork, to create two kinds of cakes. One was square, representing the earth, and one was round, representing the sky. The king was touched by his creativity and understanding of life's values. He chose Lang Liu as his successor. Since then, Bánh Trưng and Bánh Tét have become essential foods during the Lunar New Year, carrying with them the story of gratitude to the ancestors and respect for nature. Bánh Trưng is a square cake made of sticky rice, mung beans, and pork, wrapped in green dong leaves and boiled for hours. Its square shape symbolizes the earth, while the green color of the leaves represents plants and life. The white sticky rice inside represents purity. The yellow mung beans symbolize abundance, and the pork represents warmth and prosperity. Together, the ingredients reflect harmony and balance in life. Bánh Tét, on the other hand, is more common in southern Vietnam. It is cylindrical, made with the same main ingredients, but wrapped in banana leaves and cut into round slices when served. Its round shape recalls the image of the sky, and in Southern culture, it also symbolizes the eternal cycle of life and the bond between generations. Sometimes people add variations such as banana filling, black beans, or even sweetened coconut, showing the creativity of Southern people. The process of making Bánh Trưng and Bánh Tét is just as meaningful as eating them. Traditionally, families gather a few days before Tết to prepare the ingredients. Children help wash the leaves. Women prepare the beans and pork, while men handle the wrapping and cooking. The cakes are boiled in large pots of water for 8 to 12 hours, sometimes overnight. During that time, family members sit together around the fire, telling stories, sharing memories, and waiting for the cakes to be ready. This moment is not only about cooking food, but also about strengthening family bonds and transmitting cultural values to the younger generation. On the first days of the Lunar New Year, these cakes are placed on the family altar as offerings to the ancestors. Only after the ritual of ancestor worship are the cakes shared among family members and neighbors. This act expresses gratitude to those who came before us and the spirit of sharing within the community. Beyond their cultural meaning, Bánh Trưng and Bánh Tét also teach us important lessons. They remind us that the most valuable things often come from simple and humble materials. They reflect the philosophy of harmony between heaven and earth, between human and nature, and they embody the spirit of family unity, respect for tradition, and national identity. In modern life, although supermarkets and convenience foods have become common, Bánh Trưng and Bánh Tét are still indispensable. During Tết, many families continue the tradition of making them at home, while others buy them from markets. Either way, they remain a cultural symbol that no Vietnamese New Year can lack. Interestingly, these cakes are also becoming popular abroad, where Vietnamese communities prepare them to celebrate Tết and to remind themselves of their homeland. Ladies and gentlemen, when we speak of Vietnamese culture, we cannot ignore Bánh Trưng and Bánh Tét. They are not only traditional foods, but also carriers of history, legend, and values that unite generations. Every bite of these cakes contains not only delicious flavors, but also the taste of heritage, of gratitude, and of belonging. So the next time you see a square Bánh Trưng or a round Bánh Tét, remember that you are not just looking at a piece of food. You are looking at the story of a people, the heart of a family, and the essence of Vietnamese Tết. Thank you for listening, and I wish you all happiness, peace, and prosperity in the coming new year.